Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good all of it. I am just recording my first clip on day 198. So welcome to day 198 of the fucking series here. It is 5:45. I got the gym done, I got work done, and I edited day 196. And I am just turning the camera on. I didn't record anything at work today. I brought the camera, but just really wasn't inspired to film at all because it's just mowing. I don't know. I don't think it's that exciting. I am drinking some coffee though. But I'm going on like a 24-hour fast here. Last time I ate, well, I didn't. I ate like some fruit last night around 7 o'clock. Um, but my last real meal was about 2 o'clock yesterday. Uh, so it is 5:45 now, and by the time I eat, it'll probably be 7:30. So it'll be probably technically it'll be like a 24-hour fast because I did have that fruit in that. But my last real meal was at 1:30 yesterday on Sunday. A couple things I want to talk about. Um, I'm thinking of starting a little series within this series. This isn't really a series anymore because the cut's done, but it's just my daily uploading. I'm thinking Saturdays. I haven't really worked out a name yet. A couple ideas I have is weights and coffee, and it's just gonna be me and my sister. We go lift weights and get coffee every Saturday, and eventually she goes back to Florida. But I'm thinking of keeping this going and having like different people on every Saturday or every other Saturday or something like that. And I don't know. I think it's kind of a good idea. I think it would be fun. And it's kind of like an interview-ish thing, like eventually down the road. But like as of right now, it's just like a weekly thing that it's like film lifting weights and then film getting coffee and just call it weights and coffee. And it's the two things I love a lot. My top three things is weights, coffee, and books. Um, so I don't know. I'm thinking that's gonna be like a weekly or bi-weekly little video that I'm gonna film and upload. I think it should be fun. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is I'm watching Sinners tonight, and I've been putting off watching it because I've just been stubborn. And not that I think it's going to be bad or anything, but I think it got too much hype. I'm like, no, it ain't that good. But for my girlfriend's birthday, her birthday is tomorrow. Or not her birthday. My sister's birthday is tomorrow. My girlfriend's birthday is Thursday. Actually, I think when this video goes, no, this video will be going up Wednesday. Whatever. I'm gonna watch that. But all in all, the mowing went well today. Had to skip a lot of lawns just because it hasn't really rained in the past couple weeks, and it's been so fucking hot that it's just drying lawns right out, or they're not growing at all. So got that big job this week. That's a little nerve wracking, but I think we'll do fine. Hopefully, all in all things considered. The thing I'm most worried about is them delivering the block, and it's like completely different colors, not even close. The guy's very understanding, and he doesn't, he said if it's close, it's cool. Like, it doesn't need to be exact. But I'm a little worried about that. But I'll show you what I'm gonna make for food tonight. I'm gonna probably do chicken and rice, of course. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna upload day 196, and then I'm gonna try this new technique of note taking that I learned from Ryan Holiday, the author. It's like this. I have all this. So I have a bunch of post-it notes in here, right? But we need to be honest with ourselves. How often do you go back and look at these post-it notes? And you got to read through the pages and all that and yada, yada, yada. Not often. But so Ryan Holiday has a technique where instead of post-it noting, writing notes on the side, like I have a book that's full of book notes. A notebook that's full of I have a notebook that's full of book notes. That could kind of take a really long time. If you're reading and then writing notes and doing this with post-it notes, his technique is post-it note it, highlight and post-it note it, right? And don't worry about really writing in the book or writing on another notebook or anything. Just post-it note it and highlight. And then what he does is after he's done reading, he puts the book away for about 2 weeks or so, right? And then he comes back to it and he flips to these post-it notes. He decides, okay, is this really something I like? Yada yada. If it's something he really enjoys, he writes it on a flashcard. So then he keeps those flashcards with this book, and now he knows, like, this stack of flashcards is all information that I learned from, say, Civilized to Death, right? And I think that's a pretty effective way. Then, like, so you could categorize this, right? So, like, say we're talking about the 7 habits of highly effective people. You could do one of the rules is sharpening the saw. So you could do a post-it note. What is sharpening the saw? Rule number 7, sharpening, or I think it's rule 6 actually, or habit 6 rather. Sharpening the saw. So you had the post-it note, sharpening the saw, explain what it is, and then anything that's inside that sharpening the saw category, he'll like have those post-it notes together. So it just keeps everything way more organized and a lot more readily available just to grab and get quick information from it. And then he likes to just keep reading those, and just so then you literally get the absolute most out of a book you could possibly get. So I think I'm going to try that out. I'm not sure what book yet. I'm honestly thinking 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but I'm not totally sure. And then I'm thinking after that 1491. But I don't know. That's a pretty cool idea. I think that might work a lot because, you know, how often are you going to flip through and then you don't even know, oh, I want to find this specific topic that I remember from a book. Now I got to fucking flip through all these post-it notes till I find it. Instead, it's going to be on it's going to be an index card. Don't mind the grease on my hands also. That's from work. It's going to be on a post-it. It's going to be on an index card that you have categorized out and everything, and you could literally go crazy with it. But I'm just going to transfer all the notes onto some index cards. Wait till Mateo gets here, and then we're going to watch Sinners, eat dinner, and go to bed, and then wake up and repeat. Gym went well, all things considered, with no food in me. I was definitely a little bit worried, but I felt pretty good. Felt strong. I think because my meal yesterday was homemade pasta, and I didn't have a huge plate of it. I had a fettuccine. I just had a plate of pasta with my mom's sauce on it, and chicken thrown on top. There was some grilled chicken, so I threw that shit on top. But I think that pasta stayed with me. It was only about a plate like this. It wasn't a lot. It was not a lot. I was definitely starving afterwards, but I obviously wasn't just going to keep pounding fucking pasta. But nonetheless, time to get back to work.